Our movie revolves around a group of friends trapped in a deadly time loop, where mysterious forces hunt them down in brutal ways, and their only chance of escape is to survive until dawn. But before we dive in, if you're into movie recaps, make sure to subscribe and help us reach our first 1,000 subscribers. It truly means a lot to us. Clover sets out on a chilling journey with her ex-boyfriend Max, her friends Nina and Megan, and Nina's boyfriend Abe. They're retracing the steps of Clover's sister Melanie, who vanished without a trace. Their first stop is an old gas station, the same place where Melanie last sent a message. There, Clover meets a strange attendant named Hill. He gives them a warning. People often go missing on the road to a forgotten mining town called Glor Valley. Ignoring the warning, the group drives into Glor Valley. But soon, a heavy rainstorm forces them to pull over and take shelter at a nearby visitor center. Oddly, the rain only falls on the surrounding areas, never touching the town itself. Inside the visitor center, things get creepier. Abe stumbles upon a wall covered with posters of missing people, and among them is Melanie. As night creeps in, Nina signs their names in the center's guest book. But when she looks closer, she sees something that sends a chill down her spine. Melanie's name is already written there, not once, but multiple times. Then, as the group explores the building, the horror begins. A masked figure suddenly appears, wielding a deadly pickaxe. And before they even understand what's happening, the killer strikes. One by one, they're hunted down, and no one makes it out alive. The group wakes up, but something is wrong. It's still night. Their missing person posters are now hanging on the board with their own photos on them. Then they notice something chilling. An hourglass in the main room slowly counting down. Time is repeating. They're trapped in the same night. Suddenly, Megan's body twists violently. She's possessed by a dark force and killed. Clover is dragged screaming into a rotting old house that suddenly appears outside the center. Inside, she meets an old witch, a former resident of Glor Valley. The witch takes control of Clover and gives her a terrifying choice: survive the night or become part of it. Meanwhile, Abe and Nina try to escape, but as they run into the darkness, they're stopped by something massive, a giant monster lurking outside. Terrified, they rush back toward the visitor center, only to be slaughtered by the masked killer. Now fully possessed, Clover turns on Max. She kills him without mercy, but before the night ends, she's hit by a speeding car and dies. The night begins again. The group slowly realizes the terrifying truth. They're trapped in a time loop, and they only have 13 deaths before they vanish forever, just like the other missing visitors. Panicked, they lock themselves in the bathroom, desperate for a plan. But when they drink water from the tap, their bodies begin to shake, and one by one, they explode.
We didn't come here looking for Mel, okay? Okay, here, take some. It's in my mouth! It's in my mouth! Nina, stop! The water! Don't drink the water! Didn't we all drink the water? Oh my God!
We'll come back. We need to try and save him.
I'm sorry.
You don't survive by sitting still. What?
The night resets. Clover wakes up, determined to uncover the truth about Hill and her sister, Melanie. But tension is rising fast. An argument breaks out, and Nina, furious that Abe tried to leave them, grabs a pickaxe and kills him. Later, while Clover, Max, and Megan search the dark woods, Nina and Abe are ambushed and murdered by the masked killer. Then, it gets worse. The three are attacked by Wendigos. Megan doesn't survive. Covered in blood and barely alive, Clover and Max stumble deeper into the forest, where they finally find Melanie. But she's not human anymore. She's become one of them, a Wendigo. Heartbroken, Clover makes a painful choice. She tells Max to kill her, so they can restart the loop and uncover the full truth. With shaking hands, Max slits her throat. Then, staring at the creature Melanie has become, he drinks from the cursed water, and as his body explodes, he screams her name one last time. Still searching for answers, the group uncovers a dark secret about Glor Valley. Years ago, the town collapsed into the ground after a massive mining disaster. Hundreds of people died. Hill, the gas station attendant, wasn't just a random worker. He was brought in afterward to act as a therapist for the survivors. Digging deeper, the group finds an old VHS tape. What they see chills them to the bone. The tape reveals the truth. Anyone trapped at the visitor center is slowly turned into a Wendigo after dying for the 13th time. Now in full panic, the group decides to find Hill, but it's not easy. Night after night they're hunted down, slaughtered again and again by different horrifying creatures. Then, Clover wakes up, and it's the 13th night, and Megan is missing. Desperate to understand what's happening, the group follows the only clue they have. They discover that Megan actually survived one of the nights and has followed Hill deep into a hidden set of underground tunnels. Determined to end it, the group follows Megan's trail through the dark tunnels, fighting off vicious Wendigos along the way. But just when they think they're getting closer, the masked killer strikes again, ambushing them. In the chaos, Clover breaks away from the group. She knows she has to find Hill and stop this once and for all. Her search leads to a heartbreaking moment. She comes face to face with her sister, Melanie. Clover has no choice. She kills her own sister. Shaken and broken, Clover reaches the sanatorium. Inside, she finds Megan, trapped in a room with a snarling Wendigo. Then, she finally comes face to face with Hill. He tells her the truth. All of this, the monsters, the deaths, the nightmare, it's part of an experiment. Hill has been using Clover, twisting her mind. The creatures, they're not just real. They're manifestations of her own depression and fears. As he rambles, Hill sets his coffee down on his desk. Quietly, Clover slides the cup under a pipe leaking deadly tap water. He takes a sip, and moments later, he explodes. Clover grabs the keys and rushes to free Megan from the locked room. At the same time, the rest of the group finally takes down the masked assailant, ending his reign of terror. And just as the hourglass runs out, the sun rises. The loop is broken. Breathless and shaken, the group escapes the nightmare and drives away from the cursed visitor center, finally free. Thanks for watching, and if you're still here, make sure to like, subscribe, and stick around. The movies are far from over. See you in the next one.